Thank you for coming back. It's always something very special for us to come here. أول حاجة عشان بيان is an amazing organization, very professional. والميشن بتاعتنا كمان touches our hearts قوي يعني. هم they have a mission for human development, especially developing women. مش بس في مصر within the region. Hopefully they have aspirations to grow and so on, which is very very similar to our own mission. أنا وعفان ونشار and so on. Nashar is the facilitator that came with me last Tuesday and facilitated the conversation. We have the same mission. It's very يعني thank you for coming. We really appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to come here and move forward with our mission. بالنسبة لنا هو ده طريقنا ربنا. Thank you very much. قبل ما ابتدي النهارده I'm not coming here representing schools. النهارده I'm here representing something even more special to me, which is Line Sage. And Line Sage is an organization that I started أنا وأخوي عفان يعني we have worked with each other for so long and we had a dream to kind of create a movement that would help people realize their potential and be more fulfilled as human beings and so on. As human beings, just fulfilled, able to act and be fulfilled and happy and realize their potential. And when we did that, our first thoughts that each of us come to life with all of their issues, their problems, their concerns, family, kids, studies, work, future, all the issues that we really want to solve, things that we want to develop ourselves in. The aspect here, personal, is the aspect of developing the world. The world ده اللي هو ممكن يكون my extended family. هو بره مامتي وبابايا أو ابني وبنتي زوجي أو زوجتي أو كده. And sometimes it's the society, sometimes it's المسجد. الناس اللي أنا بكلمهم في المسجد أو السيركل بتاعتي. فكلنا عندنا ده في قلوبنا يعني. كلنا ماشيين المشاكل دي اللي احنا عايزين نحلها. فبنعمل ايه؟ بنعمل اول حاجه الناس الصغيرين في السن يعني اللي هم زينا بالظبط بيروحوا للكبير لمامتي او بابايا او عمي او ابني او مديري او حد الاكسبيرينس يعني and they go to ask questions kind of deal with experience وبيقول لها نفس الحاجه اتعملت في موضوع السقف ده نفس الحاجه بالظبط احنا رحنا للبورز either in the Western world أو in our world يعني طبعا كده بس الأنسز احنا بصينا على الأنسز دي شوية بس لقينا إن المصدر ده revolves around the idea of a quick fix خدي البيل ده وحسيس يعني اجري 5 دقايق في اليوم وحسيس بالعكس don't study well احفظ وهتبقى كويس these kind of ideas يعني just the idea اللي هي revolving around إن دي حاجة من غير أمر الورد من غير جهد وهديلك الريزلت و we don't agree يعني I think what happened is إن إحنا بقى عندنا this pile of pending issues و pile of potential solutions كل الكتب اللي قريناها كل الريسيرش اللي إحنا شفناه كل الناس اللي بتقول حاجات مختلفة كل الناس اللي حضرنا التريننج بتاعنا عن السونا واللي حصل ان even me at a certain يعني حتى كلنا دلوقتي I'm still confused about so many things in my life يعني I have a lot of solutions بس ما عنديش ability to pick up which solutions will fit my problems which solutions will work for me and for us what we did is احنا رحنا رجعنا سيبنا كل ده او يعني قرينا في شويه من ده and so on بس what we really did is a timeless ideas and by timeless ideas we mean ideas اللي هي جت من ديننا ربنا قالها لنا في القرآن أو الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام قالها لنا الصحابة علموها لنا timeless idea دي اللي هي الحاجات اللي بنتعلم بيها وممكن نستفيد منها في حياتنا اللي هي very modern نستفيد منها فاحنا خدنا timeless ideas دول وقسمناهم على 4 domains mind, heart, body and spirit هم مش فاهمين كده دلوقتي بس دول الأربعة دومينز واحنا اشتغلنا مع بيان بقالنا فترة دلوقتي عملنا تقريبا ديتيل مرة اشتغلنا مع بيان عارفين رابع مرة اشتغل مع بيان we actually started with ignite your dreams وده كان ده another domain يعني غير اللي احنا بنتكلم عنه النهارده. النهارده هنتكلم عن الدومين بتاع البادي الدومين ده اللي هو بيتكلم عن الاكتيفيتيز الاكشنز اللي احنا بنعملها في حياتنا. how can we improve how can we actually do an impact بالاكشن ده. ايه الايدياز ايه timeless ideas اللي جايه اللي احنا بنجيبها النهارده that will actually improve الاكشنز بتاعتنا. and I'll leave Afan to start the introduction بتاعت الموضوع ده. Again, thank you very very much for coming and thank you.
I first want to say nice to see you. I'm so happy you guys are coming back. It makes me happy to brag about that. So, yeah, I hear about that next 2 weeks probably. Also, just thank you for getting to be here. It's great to see the same faces because you know that you guys have so much enthusiasm for development, for growth. I know our brother here went to India for a seminar. I just want to let you know, I just met the first person in my life that was born in the same city I was in. Mombasa, Kenya.
No.
You did that? What a coincidence. I'm just happy to see you. It's amazing thing. I'm going to brag about you to my family. The first Egyptian I ever met, born in Mombasa. So as Bayan mentioned, we at Lions we focus on 4 different areas of development for transformation. And these 4 areas, you can't see here. I'm going to turn around the laptops and there's only a few people in case you might be able to see it. If not, that's okay too. We'll talk about it. Can you see the laptop? If you can, it's okay. It's not really important, but just so you have an idea. So there's 4 areas that we're working on. And what Mauro mentioned is we did a workshop called Igniting Your Dreams. We did that, I think, about a month ago or so, maybe even more possibly. And that was focused on the spirit. So all of us have core drivers. We have certain things inside of us that drive us to pursue our dreams, right? That motivate us, that want us to get to a certain area in our profession, or our families, or in our school, for example. All this are drivers for us to get to where we want to go. So we talked about that. In Bayan, I'm showing a good response, great turnout that workshop. And also, with the spirit, we also have hearts, right? All of us have this thing in our chest, but it's a heart. This is really a vessel for our emotions. So in this true spirit, we feel, right? We feel happiness, we feel sadness, we feel fulfilled, grateful, or we don't feel grateful sometimes. You know, it's a mix of these emotions. So we have also learning journeys focused on the emotional part. The third aspect we focus on is the mind. So all of us, and every day, we get certain information, right, from the world. I see someone sitting down and looking, right? I interpret certain things from that. I make decisions on whether to approach one-on-one or not. You know? I make decisions based on the situation itself. So the mind is an area we also talk about in that area of development. Right? Today we're talking about the body. Now the body is interesting because it encompasses so many things. And today we're talking about specifically the realm of action, behavior, things that we do. And for me it's interesting because I've been doing things since I was a baby, right? When I was born, I can do like 5, 6 things I can think of. I can laugh, cry, go to the bathroom, you know. I can only do certain things, certain actions when I was a baby. When I grew up though, say when I was 5 or 6, I went over to the wall, I saw the switch on the wall. It's an interesting switch. You see what happens. And I press the switch, okay, so when I press this, the light goes on. I made a connection between my input and output, between action and reaction, right? So I learned now a new action. I learned a new behavior. I can control my world, I can change the world through this behavior. And I was very excited, you know, that I be able to do that. And so we grow and grow, and we learn more actions as we go. And, you know, sometimes as adults we think, we learn enough, right? But Ashraf went to India for 10 days, last year, to India. And I was like, that's amazing. As an adult, he's continuously to learn, you know, things that he's interested in. But sometimes we think about behavior and action. When's the last time we went to a workshop about action? Anybody been to one? I've never been to one. That's what we're doing, I think. I've never been to one. It is to try to find out how can we learn about action. How can we learn about how to be very impactful in our world. As adults, sometimes I'll be honest with you, when I get up in the morning, look at my agenda on my iPhone. I look at the agenda. I have full day. Half-hour time slots, full, right? If I go to my first meeting, maybe it's someone else, right? And it's supposed to be 2 hours long, really, because that's how it'll take, it's half an hour. Go to the next meeting, I'm late for my next meeting, right? I continuously do that throughout the day. I'm doing things. I'm almost, I can't breathe because I'm so full of actions I have to do. And so I come home and I'm exhausted, right? I just want to come home and just sit on the couch and just, vegetate. And when I go to sleep, I ask myself, what did I accomplish today? What was the outcomes? And I ask myself, what did I accomplish? The lesson, sometimes, zipper. Sometimes I feel I did so much during the day. I was talking to people, I was writing emails, I was giving workshops, I was doing things. When I ask myself honestly, by myself, did I have an outcome, a result today? The lesson sometimes, I say no. To be honest. And so we ask ourselves, how can we make sure our actions are impactful? How can I do things and actually get a change in the world around us? That's our focus today. So the title here is Act of Impact. What can you do and how can you act in the world in a way that you actually impact it? Do things to get responses. Now, I want to give a small, and I'm just going to jump into it, right? I'm not going to give any more introduction. So basically have 4 different ideas, 4 simple concepts that for us has helped us greatly. I can say personally, it has changed my life. Implementing these 4 ideas in my behavior, actions every single day. And we'll talk about, we'll keep going with each one of them step by step. Okay? Also, before we begin, I want to encourage you. You've been to our workshop, most have been to our workshop before, of course, we've all brags about that. This is a discussion. Really, last week, you told me it went by so fast. There's a discussion, right? It's back and forth, it was dialogue. That's really what I can encourage today, is if you have a question, ask questions. If you have a concern, what's your concern? We'll talk about it. If you think, well, this doesn't apply to me, let's talk about it. It could be something here, might not help you, but it helped us. That's why we're sharing that today. Okay. So, we talk about this cycle, which is the input-output cycle. And the main thing we want to get out of this idea is we're doing things every day, like we said. We're cooking for our families, we're taking care of our children, we're going to work. But we don't see outputs we want. And the main question we'll ask ourselves today is how can we do the best we can? And Baba had a good, reminding me something very important, is does this mean that we control the outputs? You guys are control engineers, right? Can you control the outputs? You can. At work. So what kind of work do you do?
You have a feedback from then you have some stakeholders then you take a decision to change something. Topic in some way and
Fantastic. So you hear that? You hear it, right? So what kind of machines do you work with? Every kind. So right now, what was the next? Okay. So for any machine that they have, so they have water flow pumps. Right. So it's almost homeostatic. You find out the temperature, and you do certain things depending on these variables. So basically for any machine, you can draw this diagram. Any machine. You can control the outputs based on that. How about life? Can you control all the outputs of your life?
I think it's different because there are many disturbance. If it's one thing, I can control it because I know okay.
What life?
We have many disturbance come from each. If I do, I can. I don't do right. I can control myself.
So there are variables that you don't know.
Many variables. This make different things that what I do. I can control myself. I can control.
So interesting, you said I can control myself. Control today, this workshop, you can control your behavior.
Yes, right.
Can you control my response to your behavior?
Maybe if I know you, what's make you good, what's make you
Okay. You guys agree with that, man? You agree? No, why not?
Because like actions, some actions are unpredictable. Like maybe other circumstances are affecting your reaction to this, so I can't control the other circumstances.
But you know me. You know me, let's say you know me for years. Paula knows me for almost 4 years. Do you think that she can control or predict my responses and actually give input to control my response? Is that possible? If you know me.
It's not highly effective in your cases.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think I can control your response, but if you know me well, I can control my actions to your response was interesting.
So you're saying that you can envision and find out, predict what possibly are the responses, and give your best chance, your best effort.
Control mine.
That's it. So Marwan was saying that you can control my input, do the best I can to find out the best output. You can't really control the output. That's really important today. And I want to make sure we emphasize that today is we're not saying that all your actions will bring about exactly what you want. Because there's things out of control. There's things that we can't take account for in terms of variables. But we can do the best we can. And these are 4 ideas that will help us do the best we can in acting in the world to get income. Okay, that's right. Before I move on, I want to, I sometimes get calls from Marwa, actually. Marwa calls me. She says, what are you doing? And I say, nothing. And I think to myself, am I doing nothing? So maybe she's calling me and I'm on the couch and I'm having some water, right? And she says, no, what are you doing? I'm saying, nothing. What I really mean is nothing special. But I'm sitting on the couch, I'm drinking water, I'm doing something. And so for me, that reminds me that you can't do nothing. Can someone here do nothing? Or not do nothing? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? Are you process? Good. So you doing something?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're sitting there.
Listening to one
She's still doing something. So even though we say I'm doing nothing tomorrow, I'm doing something, right? Today you came to this workshop, you heard about this workshop through email, you came to a previous workshop, and you wanted to come. So maybe you saw the email, I asked you guys, how did you come here? You sent the email. Saw the email and you decided, okay, can I come or not come? Okay, I can come. How do I get there? Car from Maadi or take metro or take bus, right? So you planned that, you came to this place at this time because you decided to, right? All those were actions. So I want to ask you there, why did you come?
Find out to revenge safely.
That interesting? Wow, that's good. That feels good. It's kind of what we're going to say today. What else? Why did you come? Lay.
learn to hear about new topic, new thing in my life.
Learn something new to hear what we have to say. Anything else? Anything different?
Increase our knowledge.
Increase knowledge. Fantastic. Okay, over here. Why'd you come?
Getting more knowledge.
More knowledge. Fantastic. Let's think a little broader now. Okay. You guys have paper and pen? Most of you? Most of you? Okay. If you get anything, let us know. You got it? Okay. I want you guys, very briefly, do a small exercise. We're going to expand that a little more. Not only why you came here, but what you did today. So I want you to take your paper, make a small table, right? And it's going to be a small table over here. Is today, right? And you have 3 other columns called 1, 2, and 3. Very simple table. Okay? So draw that right now on your paper. And when you're ready, I want you to write down every single thing you did today. As much as you can in 2 minutes.
That puts taking water, going to the toilet, driving the car, sitting inside the car, standing up, waking up, praying, having to do everything.
As much as you can, what did I, Marwan, do today? What did I, Rahman, do today? The actions. Okay? We'll take 2 minutes, starting now.
Why should we divide it into one?
I'll tell you in a second. Step by step.
So we're going to fill in the column of today.
Exactly. So all your actions today are in that column of today. One more minute. Done? Got everything right? Yeah, it Okay, 30 more seconds. Don't panic. Don't worry, anything happens after that. All right, time. Pencils out. It's a good test, right? Pencils out. Your TH, you know that. I'll just TA too. It's fine. Who wants to share something you did today? Not everything necessarily, but some things that I did today. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so I got plates, drank my coffee in the morning, got dressed, convinced my nephew to come and drive me to the bus. I got in my work bus, I replaced my 2 colleagues at work, and I gave my own lecture. And in these lectures, I talked to my students about the importance of the report, and they were impressed, and I tried to convince them it's important and you have to impact other people by saying something important in your report. And then I dined and walked to the masjid, and then I prayed and talked to the sister.
Wow. Good day.
Yeah, it was an exhausting day.
Yeah, but productive.
Kind
Well
of.
done. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Who else? Who wants to share? Share? What did you do today?
I was sleeping, I wake up, I see my family at breakfast, I go to my college for some student activities. I am attending the workshop, not 5 hours.
Wow. Tired.
I did some people with my colleagues. I sit at the break relaxing and watching around. I decided to come here. I am in there. Okay.
That's deep. What else?
One skip everything. Some break late. Then training. Then I think training. Accomplish program that working. So come back. Sleep.
So you guys had a busy day. I mean, we're not done yet, but you had a pretty packed day. A lot of actions, right? A lot of behaviors. So I'll go back to the first one. Aya, right? Mentioned that she went to her classroom and gave a lecture, correct? Why did you do that? process of writing a report and doing research. Fantastic. Now I want you guys to do what Aya just did. So she picked one of her actions here, right? She said that her action was to give a lecture on report writing, right? And I asked her why. And she said to help them learn the process of learning to research and write reports. So she's going to write that right here. So action and why. So I want you to pick only three of your actions that you did today, and ask yourself, why did I do that? What was the purpose of that action? Just three of them. Oh. What was my intent behind this specific action? You guys done? If you're not, it's okay too. Just if you got a few, that's okay. So I mentioned she did that because she wants them to go through the process of researching and writing. Who else has a why? What did you put down? What was the action and what was the why?
The action was the morning I watched the news, so as to increase the knowledge and the what of what's happening.
Okay, so you're watching the news, that was your action, and Marwan wanted to actually increase his knowledge of what's happening in the world. What is the latest news internationally? Fantastic. Marwan, why do you want to know what's happening in the world?
So as not to be, not to,
So you want to be ignorant of what's going on. Okay? Right. Why?
maybe that's give me satisfaction to get some knowledge or just not to be just looking at that. I have to be efficient in my society, my efficient. That's why I should have some knowledge.
So interesting. Marwan said he watched the news, his behavior. I asked him why. He said, I did that because I want to increase my knowledge of the world, what's happening. Why? Annoying question, right? I asked another question. He said, because I want to be able to serve my community, I want to be able to work within my community, my religion. I want to be effective as a citizen. Therefore, I watch the news. So I asked him this why question, he gave me more. So I want you to do one more question, one more time. Those same actions. You have one set of whys. I want you to ask yourself, why? Why do you want this? Marwan said, I want to increase my knowledge of the world. I asked him, why again? So I want you to write down number 2, why does Marwan want to increase the knowledge of the world? Why does Aya want for students to know the process of research and writing? Right? Why did you sit and talk to your sister? Right? Why? Write that down. I'll give you about 30 seconds. It's supposed to be quick, so we'll do exercise, talk, exercise, talk. About 20 seconds. Okay, done. Do one more. What's that? What was your action? What was your number 1 column? Your why? Number 2 column, why? That one. Did you hear? Okay, Ali?
I trained some engineers how to create
Fantastic. Why?
I was not it was my job.
So you did it because you were asked to do it. That was your why. Why were you asked to do it?